Hello, and welcome to my online training class about bringing more calm into your life starting right now. My name's Michelle Lynchard, and I'm a professional life coach. I am an expert in making life more calm and simple for my clients. If I haven't met you before, I just want to tell you a little bit about my own personal story so you can see how I ended up here. I was working in a corporate job for about 17 years, and I feel like I got caught in the trap that a lot of women do. I had a great job. It was very busy, lots of responsibility, but I really liked it. And then I had kids, and I really liked them too. And of course, I had a husband throughout that time, and I had a house and all these other things to manage. And pretty soon, even though I loved all of those things, the combination of all of them together became just too much. Getting up at 5 in the morning to work out, starting to work the second my kids headed out the door, working until they got home or the babysitter left, making dinner for my family, cleaning up my whole house, going back to my office and working till midnight sometimes. It just became this cycle where I always felt overwhelmed. I never felt peace and calm, and I also never felt like I got everything done that was on my list. My to-do list was feet long, and there was no chance that I could ever get it all done. Let me tell you, if you're feeling that way right now, that is no way to live, and there is definitely a better way. There is another side to that equation. Usually the way that we get there is because we have traditionally been very successful at being able to manage all the stresses in our life. But at some point, it just starts feeling like too much because it is too much. We just keep adding things to our life without ever subtracting anything or lowering our expectations or changing the way we think about it. And pretty soon we end up miserable and burned out. And in some cases, the cases of some of my clients, physically sick or in pain due to the kind of life that we're living. So I'm glad you're tuning into this short class on bringing more calm into your life right now. If you haven't already, please print or pull up the worksheet. You can do it either on your computer or you can print it off and fill it in, depending on what appeals more to you. And then we will get started. So on this first page, you'll see a list of feelings. What I'd like you to do first is go through and check how you've felt in the past week. So just in the past week, what feelings have you felt? It doesn't have to be that you felt this way the entire week, but just at some point last week, did you feel like your life was balanced? At some point last week, did you feel guilty? If you're a working mom, chances are that guilty box is getting checked. I swear it's just part of the territory. So I'm going to give you 1 minute right now to go ahead and fill in, just check the ones that you felt last week. Okay, now take a look at what you have checked. I want you to pick from the list that you have there all of the ones that you would like to have more of in your life. The catch here is that it can be something that you checked, or it can be something that you didn't check at all. So for example, if last week I did not once feel balanced, but I would like to feel more balanced in my life, go ahead and circle that one. Okay, so I'm going to give you a second to do that. And as you're doing that, think about what are your top 3. If you were to choose top 3 feelings that you could just wave a magic wand and have show up in your life, what would they be? So for my top 3, I'm going to choose energetic. I love when I feel energetic. I feel peaceful and joyful. So those are the 3 that I am going to choose for me. Now that you've chosen the 3 that work for you as your intended feelings, go back through the ones that you want to feel less of and just draw a line on them. So I'm going to draw a line through overwhelmed and exhausted and crazy busy and distracted. Those are the ones that I would really just like to feel less of in my life. In fact, they could probably go away entirely and I wouldn't mind a bit. now turn to page 3, and what we're going to do here is we're going to set an intention. So in the blue box where it says, I intend to bring more blank into my life, write your 3 things that you chose. Okay, so I'm writing energized, peaceful, and joyful. Are you thinking, that's it? That's all I gotta do? Just write them on a piece of paper and all my problems are solved? Well, it's not quite that easy, but it's actually not that far from the truth either. If you take the time to figure out how you want your life to feel and you write it down, it is far more likely to happen than if you don't. So even just writing it down, even if you do nothing further about it, makes it more likely for these feelings to come into your life. But we're going to take it one step further with this video. Copy this intention onto a Post-it note, or even just take this worksheet and put it somewhere where you see it often, and start using this as your barometer for when you make a decision. So for example, mine is to feel more energized, peaceful, and joyful. And let's say I get an invite to a book club that meets once a month on Mondays. And I know that Monday nights are always super crazy for my family. One of my kids has basketball practice. We have to eat early. I have to prep whatever the dinner's going to be before I leave for work that day. Everyone seems to need help with homework. The basketball practice will require a shower after, etc. So to me, when I look at my intention of being more energized, peaceful, and joyful, the thought of going to a book club makes me feel overwhelmed and drained, and it doesn't make me feel peaceful at all. Even though I would like to see my friends, I'm going to say no to this based on reading through my intentions. Now, on the other hand, if this invite makes me feel energized and feel excited, because what I've really been craving is to be able to listen to some great audiobooks on my way to work and talk with my friends about them and have a night where I get to skip making dinner for my family and make some other kind of plans for my kids, then this answer for me is yes. So the answer isn't across the board no or across the board yes. It's how does this fit into your life and your intention? So give this a try. Take your intention with you. Next time you have to make a decision, and keep on trying it. Use your intention to see if it fits into your life. I'll see you for video number 2.